sunshines all of you. I hope everyone's doing okay. So as you can see from the title of this video, I am coming at you with another advice video, and this was actually requested by someone a little while back. Actually, I don't even think it was that long ago. I think it was like a month ago, if that. So I'm going to be doing a video on advice to my younger self. If only we could turn back time, or time travel, or whatever you want to call it. But since I've grown up a lot, since my younger teenage years or whatever, I feel like I want to see how much advice I could give myself now if I was younger again. And hopefully, if my advice could help you guys out, then that would be a great thing. Obviously, I'm not a professional by any means, I'm just going off by what I've been taught by people around me and just general life lessons. Let's get on with the video. So one advice I would give to my younger self would be to just do what I want to do and don't care what people think. I always used to worry about what I used to do and if people were going to judge me. I reckon I did post a few videos on YouTube when I was in secondary school, but I was so paranoid and I used to worry what people used to think of me and I was scared of being judged. So I ended up deleting all my YouTube videos and just didn't even bother having a channel because I didn't have any confidence. As much as I wanted to do YouTube, the just fear of being judged was huge. So my advice would be to just go for it and just let my hair down and not care what people think, because when you grow up, you don't stay in contact with all those people who you're surrounded with at school. You may stay in touch with like a couple of those people, but so in the moment you might be feeling, oh my god, like all these people are going to be judging me, they're going to be thinking this for the rest of my life. But no, those people won't stay in contact with you for years after. Another advice to my younger self would be, so I would love to be able to do whatever I want to do. So if that's wearing a certain item of clothing that I want to wear myself, but I always fear people will judge me, then I would just do it. Like literally anything that I want to do, or that I always get feared that I'm going to get judged for doing, then just do it, because people, they could talk about it for like the first 10 minutes, but it'd be old news after a while. So just don't care what people think of you. Like, life is too short. Like, at the end of the day, this is your life, it's not their life. Like, if you want to do that, then you should do that. Like, don't let anyone stop you from doing what you want to do. Another advice I would give to my younger self is to make sure that you always stick up for yourself. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, like, I remember when, like, obviously when you grow up, you do have a few fallouts with friends, and I used to be so bad at sticking up for myself because I used to hate offending people, so I would always be the one to apologise, even if I wasn't in the wrong. But now I think I can stand on my own 2 feet now, and I'm more aware of things, and I don't let people walk over me too easily. Like, I'm not the type of person who is still like hate someone or have a go at them or just say nasty things to them, because that's just not me. But I just wish I used to stick up for myself a little bit more, because I used to get mugged off so much and people used to use me for it. So yeah, my advice to my younger self would be to always stick up for myself in situations, because I was so bad at that. Another advice I would give to my younger self would be to not compare myself to other people. I still do this now, so I need to take this on board, well, at my age now, but I used to always compare myself to other people when I was younger, and I was just thinking that they were so much better than me, and I was thinking to myself, like, what have they got what I haven't got, if that makes sense? And then I would end up getting the same thing as what they've got, and hopefully I would then fit in, but just be yourself. There's no point in comparing yourself to other people because we are our own individual beings and we all do things differently, and that's what makes us unique. And throughout life you'll realise that you won't have to go around pleasing everyone. Like if there's like certain trends going around, don't worry about trying to fit in and comparing yourself to other people, because there will always be different trends going around, and just be yourself. Like just do what you want to do at the end of the day, because trends will always change. Another advice I would give to my younger self would be, like when I was at secondary school in general, I wish I was more confident in some of my classes, because I used to always worry that what I'd written down or what work I'd done was wrong. So if a teacher asked me a question, I was scared to answer because I always thought I was in the wrong and that I was worried what people would think of me. But I really wish that I could have just done it and just said what I've done, because we all make mistakes. Like we all have to learn from our mistakes, and you never know, your work could be right, and even if it's wrong, that's okay. Like you're there to learn anyway. Like at least you're trying at the end of the day. And I think if the teacher notices that, then I think they'd appreciate that more. Another advice to my younger self would be going back to like education. I do wish I tried harder at school. I did struggle a lot in class, especially in year 10 and 11. But I know so many people muck around at school. And I know like education will always be there for people to go back to. I know I've recently just applied to go back to college. Like I just wish I tried better at school basically, because my grades aren't great, but they could have been so much better. And I really feel like if I put my mind to it when I was at school and I had a focus on what I wanted to do, I really do think that I would have achieved so much better. Like obviously I got my English grades, I got my drama and I got my health and social care grades, but everything else I just didn't pass, and that's why I've got to redo my science GCSE and get my maths grade to be able to go to uni. I think that's everyone. Like if people didn't get good grades at school, I feel like most people will look back on it and reflect, and they would wish that they did try at school. But when you're in school, you don't really think this far ahead, so you don't really care if you don't do well at school. But it's only like when you get a bit older and then you realise that you have to go back to college and redo like some subject to get into uni or whatever, that's when you start realising that, oh, you have screwed up. I'm just trying to think of some more advice I would have given myself. Probably to always speak out about my problems, because I have struggled with like mental health, oh my god, since I was about 15. But I think it's been on and off like throughout my secondary school and stuff, but it's only started to get worse since like year 11. Yeah, because back then, like mental health was such a taboo subject, so not many people were understanding or aware of mental illnesses. And I don't know, I just really wish that I was able to open up to people a bit more about my problems, because I'm so good at shutting myself away and saying that I'm okay even though I'm not. And I still do this now, but I am getting better, but I could improve. But yeah, always speak out about your problems, even if it seems small to you, because every problem does matter. And it's okay to admit that you're struggling, and that doesn't make you weak. Another advice that I would give to my younger self would be, well, to be fair, this is quite a recent one, to make sure that I would just eat what the hell I want and I don't worry about the calories or the weight gain or anything like that, because when I got really bad in my eating disorder, this time last year I was barely eating. A year on and I'm obviously weight restored, and yeah, I still have my up and downs of eating, but I have a better understanding towards food now, and we shouldn't have to worry about everything about food and like the little details about the calories, if we're going to be able to restrict, purge, binge, etc. Because there is more to life than worrying about what you have to eat. But the advice I would have given myself for a couple of years ago was to just accept yourself for who you are and just enjoy food, because food isn't the enemy. Like, food is the fuel and we need it, so we shouldn't really be punishing the food because that's keeping us alive at the end of the day. Yeah, I think that's basically most of my advice that I would give to my younger self. Basically, overall, I think I would just want to tell myself to just do everything or do all the things that I want to do and don't care about what people think, because that is a massive deal to me, and I know it affects a lot of people what people think of each other. So I would just do anything that I want to do and I won't care what people think of me, because I think that's the best way to live, and I think you'll get very far in life if you just have that attitude, because you won't be imming and ahhing about, oh my god, what is so-and-so going to say, what is so-and-so going to think. But yeah, I hope this video turns out okay. I always feel like my advice videos don't really go well when I film them, but when I listen to them back, I think, oh, okay, they're not too bad, but I know people have said that they are helpful, so I'm really glad about that. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you all on my next video. Bye!